Hi guys, welcome to Nothing Geek TV. Today I got Lenovo A6000 Plus smartphone pitched against the Xiaomi Redmi 2. Both of these phones have a HD display. However, this Lenovo A6000 Plus has a 5-inch HD display, whereas the Redmi 2 has a 4.7-inch HD display. Now talking about the colors and the viewing angles, the touch, all these three stuff are good enough on both the phones. However, the colors feel slightly better on the 4.7-inch HD display of the Redmi 2 as compared to the Lenovo. It's not bad, but the colors are much lively and vibrant over the A6000 Plus. As far as the build quality is concerned, you can see the width is same almost on both the phones, but A6000 Plus got a bit cheap plastic as we compare it to the Redmi 2. Both the phones are plastic, but Lenovo A6000 Plus is slightly cheap quality looking and feel in front of a Redmi 2. Now let me remove the backplate. So both the phones got a plastic backplate and which is removable. Now the battery too is removable, and I have a 2200 milliamp hour battery on the Redmi 2, whereas I have a 2300 milliamp hour battery on Lenovo A6000. There's a slot for two SIM cards and one micro SD card. The battery can be removed, and the battery backup on both the phones, it's 1 day with moderate usage. But if you run into slightly heavier usage like using GPS on both the phones for 1 hour or more, then you might need to recharge the phone after the evening, because heavy tasks eat up the memory faster. So the battery back time is pretty much similar on both of these devices, guys. Moving on, we'll come to the performance aspect. So I have a 2 GB RAM on Lenovo A6000 Plus, whereas the RAM is only 1 GB on a Redmi 2. Let me show you the benchmark score of the Ent2, which I ran on both these devices. So it's a pretty similar score, slightly extra score on the Lenovo A6000 Plus. The benchmarks keep on varying according to the apps running, but it's pretty similar score. So what does this score means for you as a user? If you play, have habit of playing light to moderate games like Shark Evolution, Temple Run 2, Surface Surfer, or say overkill 2, overkill 3 for that matter, we can extend it up to that. Both of these phones will not show frame drops, lags, or heating up. They will run fine. If it comes to multitasking, like opening Gmail, running multiple tabs in the background or once at the browser, and doing Facebook, WhatsApp, and other chatting stuff, clicking images, both of these phones are fine. But when it comes to heavy gaming, guys, both of these phones are big no. If you want to play Modern Combat 5 Asphalt 8 Airborne at high graphic settings, these phones won't suffice your needs. Let me show you the multi-touch on these devices. So I have a 9-point multi-touch on the Redmi 2, whereas it's a 5-point multi-touch on the Lenovo A6000 Plus. So more number of multi-touch are always preferable. So guys, in performance wise, both the phones are pretty similar, but A6000 Plus has a slight edge because it has 2 GB of RAM. So you will be able to run more number of apps at the same time in A6000 Plus as compared to the Redmi 2. Moving on to the camera, I have a 8 megapixel camera and a 2 megapixel front facing camera on both these phones. Let me show. So I clicked some images of this car using both the handsets. Uh, so this is the image clicked using the flash on both the phones, and the image quality on the A6000 Plus is better than the Redmi 2, guys. The details of the car are much better. Let's go into the non-flash image. Again guys, you can see the details and the colors uh, on A6000 Plus camera are much better. However, it renders a yellowish tinge to the image. Yellowish tinge is also appearing in the Redmi 2 image, but it is much less than what we have on the A6000 Plus. It is rendering a much prominent yellowish tinge to the image. Moving on to the front facing cam image on, this is the front facing camera image which I clicked, and it's a 2 megapixel front facing camera on both the phones, and the image quality is good enough on both the phones. It is pretty much similar. You can see that I have a slight much more smoothing effect in Redmi 2 as compared to the Lenovo A6000, but the image quality is coming out to be pretty similar. So overall guys, the camera on A6000 Plus is better than what we have on the Redmi 2. So guys, we have talked about a lot of fronts in both these phones. Overall, if you are opting for one of the phones uh, out of the Lenovo A6000 Plus or the Redmi 2. Also, one more thing before I conclude, that the Redmi 2 does support OTG, whereas Lenovo A6000 Plus doesn't support OTG cable, and apps are also not movable to SD in Lenovo A6000. So if you're opting for one of the devices out of the two, where should your car stop? So the right thing is that if you want a better display, a small form factor, and want OTG to be supported and apps to be movable to SD, go for Redmi 2. If you want a 2 GB of RAM, slightly bigger display, you're fine with a slightly cheap build quality, you should opt for Lenovo A6000 Plus. Overall, you can safely go with A6000 Plus since it is offering you a much better hardware and things features, we can say in the overall package. So thanks for watching the video. Kindly hit the subscribe button over here. I'll see you next time.